Something strange has been happening to men, and it's been happening quietly for decades. In 2007, researchers published a study that got very little mainstream attention, but should have been front-page news. They had tracked testosterone levels in American men across multiple time points from the late 1980s into the 2000s. What they found was a population-level decline. Testosterone levels dropping across the entire male population, generation after generation. And here's the part that made it genuinely bizarre. This wasn't just men getting older. The researchers found the decline held even after accounting for age. A 60-year-old man in 2004 had lower testosterone than a 60-year-old man in 1987. Same age, different decade, lower levels. Since then, other research in different countries has pointed in a similar direction. Something about how we live now is suppressing male hormones, and it's been getting worse with each passing generation. Your grandfather, at your exact age, very likely had higher testosterone than you do. Not because he was genetically superior, because he lived differently. In the next 8 minutes, I'll break down exactly what changed, and which of those changes you can actually reverse. Let's start with the biggest one, because it explains a large share of the decline on its own. Men today carry significantly more body fat than men did in the mid-20th century. Obesity rates in most developed countries have risen dramatically over the same decades that testosterone has been falling. That is not a coincidence. Here's the mechanism. Fat tissue contains an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. The more fat tissue a man carries, particularly around the abdomen, the more of that conversion happens. Excess body fat is one of the most consistently documented factors associated with lower testosterone in men. And it's a loop, which is what makes it so nasty. Higher body fat lowers testosterone. Lower testosterone makes it harder to build muscle and easier to store fat, which lowers testosterone further. The cycle tightens on itself over years. Your grandfather almost certainly carried less body fat than you do, not because he had superior discipline, but because his food environment and his daily activity were completely different. What this means for you: body composition is the single highest leverage factor on this entire list. Not a supplement, not a hack. Getting your body fat into a healthy range does more for your hormones than anything else you can do. 'Cause 2, men stop moving. Think about what a working day looked like in 1950 versus today. Manual labor, walking, physical work, standing, versus sitting in a car, sitting at a desk, sitting on a couch. The average man's daily physical output has collapsed over a few generations. This matters directly. Resistance training and physical activity are associated with healthier testosterone levels.